I want it said of me by those who knew me best, that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower where I thought a flower would grow. For people who like that kind of a book, that is the kind of book they will like. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is the real thing. Tact, the ability to describe others as they see themselves. Most folks are about as happy as they make their minds up to be. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. There are no bad pictures. That's just how your face looks sometimes. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. Human action can be modified to some extent, but human nature cannot be changed. Love is the chain to lock a child to its parent. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. Common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. Upon the subject of education, not presuming to dictate any plan or system respecting it, I can only say that I view it as the most important subject which we as a people can be engaged in. I am rather inclined to silence, and whether that be wise or not, it is at least more unusual nowadays to find a man who can hold his tongue than to find one who cannot. A farce or comedy is best played. A tragedy is best read at home. I have stepped out upon this platform that I may see you and that you may see me, and in the arrangement I have the best of the bargain. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Tact, the ability to describe others as they see themselves. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. And having thus chosen our course, without guile, and with pure purpose, let us renew our trust in God, and go forward without fear, and with manly hearts. What is to be, will be. No prayers of ours can arrest the decree. I leave you, hoping that the lamp of liberty will burn in your bosoms until there shall no longer be a doubt that all men are created free and equal. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to success is more important than any other thing. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. If I am killed, I can die but once. But to live in constant dread of it is to die over and over again. Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. I have a congenital aversion to failure. I would rather be a little nobody than to be an evil somebody. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. I claim not to have controlled events, but confess plainly that events have controlled me. I happen temporarily to occupy this big White House. I am living witness that any one of your children may look to come here as my father's child has. All I ask for the Negro is that if you do not like him, let him alone. If God gave him but little, that little let him enjoy. I leave you, hoping that the lamp of liberty will burn in your bosoms until there shall no longer be a doubt that all men are created free and equal. The one victory we can ever call complete will be that one which proclaims that there is not one slave or one drunkard on the face of God's green earth. The demon of intemperance ever seems to have delighted in sucking the blood of genius and of generosity. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I didn't have the heart to let him down. I've been driven many times upon my knees by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. My own wisdom and that of all about me seemed insufficient for that day.